What's up, everybody? It's me. I'm back. How we doing? Joel Cupcake. What's going on? I'm here to talk to you about Bell's palsy today. If you don't know who I am, if you don't know what's been going on with me lately, I have a small YouTube channel. It's wonderful. It's called Joel Cupcake Live. Oh, excuse me. The sparkling water hit me already. I'm a concert promoter. I'm an artist manager. I'm an ordained minister. I'm a small time content creator. I'm a brainstormer. I'm an entrepreneur. All those adjectives. It doesn't matter. I've been dealing with a little condition. I'm going to call it a condition for the last about 2 years now. Well, year and a half. Let's round it down. Called Bell's palsy. A lot of people don't know what it is. I've actually documented a lot of the journey. I had like monthly updates at first. It's all on my YouTube channel. You can go check that out. This is the first time I'm actually talking about the Bell's palsy in a podcast format, as well as for those subscribers on my YouTube channel. So Bell's palsy is a condition that causes temporary weakness or paralysis of muscles in the face. It causes paralysis specifically on one side of the face, drooping face, puffy face, bulging, kind of like bulging eye socket-esque things, headaches, loss of taste, increased sensitivity to sound, dry eyes, dry mouth, excessive drooling, things like that. So I've had it since October of 2020. Think about that. October 2020. That is insane. It's the right side of my face that's affected. Here, I'll slide these glasses up. I still can't move this forehead at all. Like, this is me trying to raise both eyebrows. So this is still putty. This is the best smile I can do. Obviously, those of you listening, you'd have to go to the YouTube, check this out. Basically, I can't use my forehead at all. I can't blow a proper kiss or fully smile with the right side of my face. I can't close a permanent seal on my right lip. It's crazy. It is crazy. So I'm gonna walk you through everything that happened. Gonna try to make this not too long of an episode, but I know there's a lot of people dealing with Bell's palsy. I do know it is one of the minor side effects of the vaccine. I do know there's been a lot of cases of it. For the most part, people think it's like stress induced. There's a couple different things in that we'll go over too. But yeah, October 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic, I woke up and one eye wouldn't shut, and I really couldn't use my mouth. I was freaking out. I thought it was just like a gnarly allergic reaction. The eye that wouldn't shut was just leaking and tearing up and just freaking out. I took an inhuman level of Benadryl to try to solve it and make it feel better. I slept. It made things better. I was able to eat and drink a little bit and do some of that stuff. The eye was functioning well enough. I woke up the next day and it kind of shifted. It was actually the other part of my mouth, the left side of my mouth, that was showing problems originally. And then it all kind of settled. And then I woke up the next day and literally the right side of my face was just hanging down. My eye socket was swollen. I don't know if muscular dystrophy is the right term, because I'm not an educated man. I apologize. But, I spent the first 6 months, I couldn't close my eye. This eye, the right eye, for those of you watching on the YouTube, I physically had to get, there's tape that's safe for your skin. And I literally, my girlfriend would have to tape my eyeball shut so I could sleep at night. It's only been a couple months where I've actually been able to fully close my eyeball enough when I'm in a pool or a body of water that the water doesn't go in my eye. I had to wear an eye patch for a couple months. You don't realize that how often you blink. You blink because it helps keep your eyes lubricated or moist, or whatever term you want to use. On top of that, it keeps dirt out, it keeps things out, and keeps your eyes kind of refreshed in a moisture sense. And when you can't do it, I couldn't stare at a computer screen for more than maybe 4 minutes. I'm not even going to say 5. I'm going to go down. I'm going to round that shit down. I couldn't work. My driving was terrible. I couldn't do that. There was just there were so many things that just came of this. At first, I didn't even have my sense of taste. I did think it was maybe COVID. I got multiple COVID tests. I went through all the ringer with the COVID nonsense. It was not. Everything was negative. So it was not COVID. I would eat cookies to make myself feel better because I'm a stress eater, and you go get those sweet, fresh baked chocolate chip cookies with like the sea salt on top to just like accentuate and like pop the flavor, and you don't taste it. And it was like weird because it was just the right side of my face, the affected side. It was just in freaking sane. You know what I mean? So I had to eat everything on the left side of my face. I still have a problem when I sleep. Like if I sleep on my right shoulder, because I'm a side sleeper, I don't sleep on my back. Like I drool, like it's disgusting. I still have that issue to this day. I still have the issue of like I got to drink a bottle of water, and if I'm not paying attention, like it'll all just like leak straight out. But let me walk you through what happened. Like I said, that second day after the Benadryl, something was obviously still wrong. I was panicked. I was freaking out. A lot of the conditions and the symptoms of Bell's palsy, it feels like you look everything up online, like, you Google WebMD, whatever the hell you want to use. And it looks like you have a mini stroke. It's freaky. It's not tight. It is not tight. So I go down to the ER. My girlfriend Trina, she could not come with me because this is like right in the middle of COVID. So no visitors, only you, none of that. They come in, my blood pressure is high. They're freaking out about that. I have high blood pressure. That's not an uncommon thing. People my size, people that are self-employed, people that, do their own stuff for a living, So anyways, not the point. I put on the gown, do all that, take all my clothes off for my underwear, the usual. They're letting me sit there. They didn't hook me up the fluids or any of that. She comes in. The doctor does a bunch of like touching tests, apparently when you have a stroke versus having Bell's palsy, your forehead so if you have a stroke, it's matched because the stroke overloads the nerves. And so like you can't move both parts of your forehead, or like there's some what's like parallel, or like it mirrors each other the way like your brain halves work, but I didn't have that. Like it was just one side of my face. She did that. She looked around. She used her, I think it's, the one that goes in the ear. She thought she saw shingles in my ear canal. That is in Western medicine, and we'll get to that. That's generally the cause of Bell's palsy. Is they're like, oh, you got shingles in your ear, and it went in and it basically fried your nerves. That's what she thought happened. For those of you that don't know what shingles is, it is an adult form of chicken pox. I have never had it, but holy shit, the stories I have heard from the people that have had it are not fun. Not fun at all. So anyways, I do that. She tells me, to take some more Benadryl when I get home, gets me a prescription for some steroids, and tells me to go see my doctor for everything else. So I go to the local medical clinic. They give me the drugs that kill shingles, the drugs that kill herpes, the drugs that kill Lyme disease. I'm already on a steroid as well, and I forget what the other thing is. And they tell me to just take all of this stuff, or I take just the steroid for a week. And then I take the other 4 things all at the same time for 2 fucking weeks. Sorry about my language there, those of you that are sensitive. But yeah, going from steroids to 4 different insane medicines like that. One of those medicines, literally on the label, it says do not take before you sleep because the pill was so big that it can choke you in your freaking sleep. So anyways, I do all 4 of those for 3 weeks. Nothing helps. The doctor I'm seeing, I ask him about alternative options. I'm like, yo, man, nothing you gave me is helping. Like nothing's working. Like no difference. So he sends me to physical therapy, and I'm like, well, what's like, that's not going to be worth it. But I do it. I follow him up. I follow up with everything he wants me to do. I tell him like, yo, I feel like crap from all the medicine. He's like, I know it's only 2 weeks, whatever. I was like, okay. I do physical therapy for a month with very diminished, very minor results. I don't even know if I feel like I would have had the same results if I didn't do the physical therapy. She tells me like, I don't know why you're here. You should see physical therapy at the end of your process, not at the beginning. I don't know what this doctor's deal is. I go back to him and I ask him about, at this point in time, I'd done self-research. I talked to a few friends that had it. There's a few notable celebrities that have bounced back from Bell's palsy. Angelina Jolie being the biggest one. Um, Jim Ross, the wrestling announcer, used to be at WWE. Now he's at AEW. He's actually had it 3 times to the point where he's like permanently stuck like that. Like if you watch him talk, if you've ever seen him talk in the last like decade, you know exactly what I mean. So let's just be honest about that. But you know, so I'm like, okay, well, I don't know why he sent me here. I go to see him. I ask him, like, hey, can I explore Eastern medicine? Can we do acupuncture? Can we do chiropractic stuff? Whatever. And he goes, I don't believe in that. So no. And, not to rag on any of my doctors or nurse practitioner friends or whatever that might listen to this, but, fuck Western medicine sometimes. This is one of those reasons I say that, like this dude is like, my insurance is covering the treatments and stuff. And this guy just straight up is like, no, I won't recommend it, And before I get into this next part, I want to point out an important statistic. There are less than 200,000 cases of Bell's palsy a year in the entire North American continent. The entire continent. So that in Western medicine equates to the fact that we don't have enough data, aka it doesn't make any money to cure this, so we don't care. Literally, if you go to any search platform, I literally have one pulled up right here on the other screen, and it literally says can last anywhere from several weeks to several years. That's what I was told. Do you know how awesome that is? Oh yeah, the ER told me, oh yeah, you'll be back to normal in 3 months. Well, we're at, I don't know, October was a year, and we're sitting here on what is it, March 1st? Yeah, it is March 1st. And I still got it. Like, yeah, I look better. Yeah, I've improved per se, but yeah, exactly. So long story short, that was a doctor I was seeing on a walk-in basis, my regular PCP, which for those of you that are not good adults like myself, I found out that means your primary care physician. She had been so backed up with COVID, I wasn't able to see her. I asked to be put on her waiting list. She was able to squeeze me in. Luckily, literally, like, I think it was like a week or 2 later, I saw her. She immediately saw my face. She's like, oh gosh. Like, she's like, what do you need? I told her the other doctor refused to let me do acupuncture, refused to let me do this or that. She went on, she did her own research. She talked to her own colleagues. She gave me some different medications. It was just stuff to kind of help like my body bounce back from being on all those terrible like drugs that the other guy gave me, mostly like supplements, stuff like that. So I did that. That was great. I already have a great chiropractor. They said that they're able to focus and do stuff on my neck, which helps focus on the C4 vertebrae. The doctor's office I go to, the chief doctor who is a chiropractor, he told me he's had about a 60% success rate focusing on the C4 vertebrae in your neck or upper back, depending on how you want to phrase that. And that has helped. He's seen a 60% success rate of helping patients get better when he changes the treatment to focus on that area of the body. So I told Dr. Abby, who is my chiropractor, like, let's do it. My regular doctor, she finally agreed to let me see an acupuncturist. It took a while to do the intake paperwork and get it all filled out. Let me tell you, if you have anybody in your family, in your life, in your circle, suffering from some sort of illness and they're not happy with their treatment, I implore you to at least look into Eastern medicine. I'm not lying to you. Basically, my face, I had maybe, I'm going to say I had less than 10% improvement in about 6 months at this point in time. My first session with an acupuncturist, I was able to smile again. First session. It took a little bit longer for my eye to get 100% back to normal, but it was not nearly as bad. I didn't have to wear the patch anymore. I just wore glasses. Most of you follow me on the internet. You see me wear these Pit Vipers. I think they're hilarious. I think they're a flashback to the 90s, which I love. But also, like, on the edges of the glasses actually have glass tabs that come inward. So you're completely like shielded from the wind. It was very helpful for my eyes. I bought way too many pairs, as any of you that follow me on social media know. But But yeah, the acupuncturist, she helped with that. She put me on high levels of magnesium. She put me on flaxseed oil because I don't eat fish, so my body doesn't respond well to it. She put me on a lot of stuff like that, and I was doing acupuncture every day or 2 days a week for about 4 months, and then we switched to once a week, and then I plateaued probably after about 8 or 9 months. Um, yeah, yeah. So now I've just been taking the time to heal. I've tried a few other Chinese medicine doctors or healers, whatever phrase you want to use. I've done every herb supplement, all this stuff that I can think of. My wind balance was wrong. For those that understand Eastern medicine, we have chi, we have our meridian energy lines, and you have wind that flows through your body because we are a living creature, and every living creature needs oxygen. So my wind was imbalanced, and on the inside, I'm too chaotic. I don't ever calm down. I don't ever relax. So that's what the acupuncturist helped me focus on was transferring my energy and my wind away from my face, letting my nerves heal, letting my nerves calm down, letting them try to live and breathe and feel again. And it's, man, acupuncture that changed my life. There's very few things I will say changed my life. One of those is a negative thing, and that's having a gun put in your mouth. And I can now add a few positive things to the list. One of them being acupuncture. So I implore you, try it. Try it. Fast forward to December of 2021. It has been over a year. I finally get in to see a neurologist here at Montage Medical Group. They're the lead medical provider in Monterey County where I live. Appointment took about an hour. Again, back to the Western medicine versus Eastern medicine thing. This doctor deadass told me I taught him more about Bell's palsy, like alternative treatments than he knew. He literally said I educated him on the disease or the condition or the whatever. I don't like calling it a disease or like a disability because I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that that's, kind to the people who are actually permanently disabled for their whole life. So this condition, he did say he does think I'll make a full recovery and that I'll bounce back, gauging on, I showed him some videos, some pictures of how it was when I first started to now. He does think it'll happen. He did inform me that the two hardest things to regrow and retrain and everything in your body are your heart and your nervous system. So, which doesn't surprise me, but even with full supplements and full, third party or other treatment, you grow. It's like you literally, your nerves regrow. Like it's like a millicentimeter or some small asinine number, like a day, even going full speed, even with all like the additional stuff you can put in your body. Which is why if you've ever seen anybody with any sort of eye condition, it takes a long time for them to look normal again. So, he told me to keep doing what I'm doing. He did recommend a few like supplements and stuff like that. So I'm working forward to that. I'm bouncing back. It took me a long time to mentally deal with how I looked. I mean, I still wear these glasses when I go to parties. I don't need these. These are blue light glasses. I have two, technically 3 screens in front of me right now, which is why I wear them. But like I'm more comfortable in pictures. I already can't smile well. It kind of covers up my eye a little bit, but like the mental hurdles of having Bell's palsy were just like insane. Like I didn't want to see people. It was hard to eat the first, I'd say 8 months. Like, I mean, I had to like go cut cheeseburgers in half. Like I was a 4-year-old, my pizza, I had to fold it in half or cut it in half and then fold it in half. I couldn't eat a full chicken nugget in one bite. Like it was just so difficult because how much my mouth wouldn't open at the beginning, and if those of you that are watching on YouTube, or if you cruise by to check this out, like I'm gonna lean towards the camera, like look when I blow a kiss, you can see it right here still, just, I don't have full control, full motion. Like I can't even I know that's an awkward look, but that's like the best I can give you on the right side of my face. And even if you'll notice, like when I do that, my eye winces, when I yawn, this eye shuts. I straight up don't have enough muscle control from my nerves on the side of my face to even like function as a normal human being. I mean, I was put on disability for a couple months because my doctor was like, your case is so bad, I don't want you trying to drive basically without a functioning, missing a functioning eye. It was insane. It was uncomfortable and it was not tied. And I've come to terms with the fact that while I'm not happy about it, I'm no longer depressed about the fact that I potentially might be stuck like this. You know, I was very depressed at all this that happened to me during COVID. My livelihood, my life, my job was taken away from me because of COVID. And, it was a really hard thing to deal with for a really long time. And now I'm in a better place. Now I get it. Like if I am stuck like this, I can make a joke out of it. It's great. Let's rock and roll type of thing. Mm. So I've been talking so much. I love these Waterloo sparkling waters. Trina got me turned on to sparkling water as an alternative to soda. I mean, everyone, falls off the horse, so to speak, every once in a while, and still gets, I still chug the soda here and there. But anyways, sorry about that. Yeah, the mental health was a struggle, as with any medical condition or disability or thing you have to heal from or recover from. But I'm in a better place now. If you do get this condition, just know that it does get better. There is no clear information. It's so hard. If you are suffering from Bell's palsy or you know somebody that is, if you want to reach out to me and talk to me about it, I'm down. Just holler at me. You can literally search Joel Cupcake. I'm on every social media platform for the most part at that handle. As far as holistic medicine goes, there's one thing I have yet to track down and try. I'm supposed to drink red hibiscus. It's supposed to help calm me down and also calm my chi down and like reset, like, slow down my energy flow because I'm too chaotic, as my healer told me. So I'm looking into that. I've discovered a new, I don't know, I don't want to call it a strain of weed. It's a byproduct of THC called CBG. It's only the bottom 10% of the stem. I have a whole episode on the YouTube channel where I talked about this, so I won't go into crazy detail. But it helps with people who have like Crohn's and are recovering from crazy like things that Western medicine can't help you with. I take CBG and I actually have like transdermal patches I can slap on my arm. When I put those on, it feels like my face is normal. Like it doesn't function any better, but I feel completely normal. So it's great for if you have muscle problems, if you have spasms, if you have consistent pain, if you work out too hard one day and you want to give your muscles a rest, but you don't want to pop a muscle relaxer, which obviously I don't encourage doing because pill problems are no joke. CBG is great. That's hemp-based medicine, cannabis-based medicine, whatever you want to call it. It is another thing that has helped change my life and change me and make me better. It helps with my blood pressure. It helps with my pain. It helps with my broken face condition that I have right now. I stopped eating salt. I did a lot of things, just like being healthier, things that would help my heart as well. Some people do equate Bell's palsy with high stress, aka high blood pressure. One of the Eastern medicine people I saw told me that basically my mind and my heart are not on the same page. Like I'm out of balance basically. Which is another thing that goes into chi and all that, but I don't want to do a whole episode on that. I still don't understand it all the way. I got more to learn. But yeah, so if you know anybody suffering from Bell's palsy, look into CBG. High amounts of magnesium, high amounts of fish oil or flaxseed oil. All that stuff goes into helping with your nervous system and your muscles relaxing. Part of the problem with my eye socket hurt consistently for the first 3 months, and it's because my muscles were gripping the eye so tight because they could tell it wasn't working the right way. So magnesium is basically the closest thing to a natural muscle relaxer that you can put in your body that's found in nature. It helps your muscles and everything. It's like an alternative endorphin that just helps it chill out. So I encourage you all to check that out. Do your self research. There's nothing wrong with you not knowing what's going on. Full disclaimer for those of you, if you are watching this because you have Bell's palsy or you're listening because you have Bell's palsy, some people get it for 3 weeks and it goes away. Some people get it and it'll come back multiple times. At any point in time when you get it or when it happens to you, you can be stuck like this or like it or whatever. It can happen. It is a possibility. You can also go completely back to normal. Sometimes it'll just happen to you multiple times. You won't get stuck like this, but it can be reoccurring. Unfortunately, there's just not enough studying done on the subject, on the job, on the whatever you want to call it. It's not there. The information's not there. The data's not there. The care is not there. People that Western medicine just doesn't give a shit about you if you have Bell's palsy. Your personal doctor might, stuff like that. Yeah. So I don't know what else to say other than that. I have more detailed chronological orders of like me having Bell's palsy at like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, a year, half a year, stuff like that. Please cruise by the YouTube channel. Again, that's just Joel Cupcake Live if you want to watch those. I will be going back to doing health updates and certain episodes that will only be on the YouTube and will not be on the actual podcast channel. As far as those of you listening in the podcast format, I have a lot of old episodes. I have great guests from bands in the music industry. I've had a few personal friends on. We talk about a wide range of subjects. Music. We try to avoid politics, but music, COVID, economics. Best tips. All sorts of interesting, cool stuff. I have a whole episode about oat milk and how fucking amazing it is. If you're not drinking it, drink it. I'm going to have a lot more cool episodes coming up soon. New subject matters, new episodes with me. I have some really cool guests lined up that I'm very excited about. I'm a frequent guest on a few other podcasts. Main one's going to have to be Metalcore Nerds. Shout them out. If you don't follow me too much on my personals, I do have another show called Pex Pals. We talk all about the video game Apex Legends. My best friend Calvin and I host that. Beyond that, I am an ordained minister. Life is going back to normal. If you ever need my services, hit me up for that. If you are an entrepreneur or a small businessman or have your own brand, I also do small business consulting. I would love to work with you on that. Shoot me an email, joel@joelhaston.com. That's my real name, if you didn't figure that out yet. Anyways, for those of you that cruised by and listened to this, I know if you've watched, like I said, the episodes on my show, that was more just a Bell's palsy recap. But just know, if you found this episode or checked it out because you were curious about Bell's palsy, or somebody affected by it, or you are affected by it, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Have hope, feel good, be strong, eat right, take care of your body, sleep. Get a minimum of 7 hours of sleep a night. I guarantee you that will change your life, even if you don't have Bell's palsy. And don't put salt on food. That's really it. I'm Joel Cupcake. Thanks for checking the episode out. I'll be back next week with something new for you. Thanks. Peace.